Diabetics know firsthand how a price hike for insulin can mess with a monthly budget. Now, Arkansas Attorney General Leslie Rutledge is taking action against those she says conspired to raise the price. THV 11's Ian Russell has the details on what she's planning.
That's 1.2 million people out of the 3 million Arkansans are impacted by this silent killer.
Arkansas Attorney General Leslie Rutledge isn't mincing words. The cost of insulin is too high for Arkansans.
Due to the rapidly rising cost of these medications, many diabetics in Arkansas ration or underdose their insulin. They use expired insulin.
But the Attorney General is trying to change that, starting with those at the top. In a lawsuit filed in Pulaski County Wednesday, Rutledge alleges 6 companies, Novo Nordisk, Sanofi, Eli Lilly, Express Scripts, Caremark, and Optum, conspired to raise the cost of insulin in the natural state. According to Rutledge, that's a violation of the Arkansas Deceptive Trade Practices Act, and it's made it more likely for Arkansans to have complications because they can't afford their medication.
To hold these manufacturers and these PBMs accountable for their unfair and deceptive schemes of artificially inflating the cost of insulin.
But how high are those costs? The Attorney General provided some charts to show those prices and how they've jumped. This shows the rising cost of Levemir. You can see how it's spiked over the past 15 years, going from just under $100 a vial to now just under $400. And for those who rely on insulin to live, they know how crushing these prices are.
If you can get by on less insulin, unfortunately, a lot of people find themselves rationing their insulin.
Dr. Joseph Henske is the director of the diabetes program at UAMS, but he's also diabetic himself. He knows while this isn't an easy issue to address, it's good to see any steps being taken to lower the cost of life-saving medication.
The more attention we pay to this issue, the more sort of cages that we're rattling, the more likely it is to get addressed ultimately.
Rutledge says the goal is to prohibit those companies from any further violations in the state and to ensure the cost of insulin doesn't skyrocket again.
To finally address the atrocious cost of prescription drugs, and particularly prescription drug of insulin that has not changed in decades, yet the price has gone up astronomically.
In Little Rock, Ian Russell, THV 11 News.
Ian, thank you. Rutledge says they are seeking $10,000 per violation, meaning $10,000 per prescription sold.